Okay, so the question says that an infinitely long straight conductor carries a current of 5 ampere as shown. An electron is moving with a speed of 10 to the power 5 meter per second parallel to the conductor. The perpendicular distance between the electron and the conductor is 20 centimeter at an instant. Calculate the magnitude of the force experienced by the electron at that instant. So in this particular case, we have a wire carrying a current of 5 ampere. The wire is shown as PQ. We have an electron which is moving with a speed of 10 to the power 5 meter per second and at a distance of 20 centimeter. Now, why would an electron experience a force? The electron would experience a force when it is moving in a region of magnetic field. Now, is there a magnetic field in this region? Yes. Why is it so? Because the current carrying wire PQ is producing magnetic field around it, and in this surrounding this charge is moving, therefore it would experience a force. Fine, very good. But what is the value of magnetic field in the area surrounding this particular electron? I would say the magnetic field at this position would be given as mu naught I upon 2 pi into r, where r is equal to 20 centimeter. Correct? So can I say that this value is nothing but 2 into 10 to the power minus of 7 into current, which is 5 upon r, which is 0.2. Correct? Yes or no? Now once you have understood this, can I write down that this would be equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus of 6 Tesla. So this is the value of magnetic field in this particular region. And if you want to calculate the direction, considering this as the x-axis, this as the y-axis, and the field coming out as z-axis, can I say the magnetic field direction would be calculated by holding this wire such that the thumb point out in the direction of the current. So this would be coming out. So can I say that this is k cap? Correct? Have you understood this? Now once you have an understanding till this point, can I say the velocity vector of the electron is 10 to the power 5 into I cap? Yes or no? So the value of force would be written as Q times V cross B. So F vector is equal to Q times V vector cross B vector. Correct? What is the value of Q? It is the charge of an electron. So can I say this is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus of 90. What is the value of V? It is given as 10 to the power 5. And what is the value of B? It is given as 5 into 10 to the power 6 minus 6. Now, since this is a cross product, the angle between k cap and I cap is 90 degree. Therefore sine 90 is equal to 1, and therefore I have eliminated that value. And because among the options all the answers are in terms of magnitude, therefore I will not be concerned about the sign or about the direction in which the force is being written over here. Correct? Now solve this value. What would you get? So this 5 into 1.6 is given as 8. So this is 8 into 10 to the power 6, right? So this would become 25 minus of 25 minus of 25, and this is 10 to the power 5. So this would be minus of 20 Newton. So I would have the value of force as 8 into 10 to the power 20 Newton, which will be the final answer that we have got. Let us match the answer that we have got with the options given in the question. So looking at the options, I would say this is wrong, this is wrong, this is correct, and this is wrong. So the final answer for this particular question becomes option 3, and I hope each and every one of you have understood this. Thank you. Okay, so the next question is, a screw gauge gives the following readings when used to measure the diameter of a wire. Mean scale reading is given as 0 mm and circular scale reading is noted as 52 divisions. Given that 1 mm on main scale correspond to 100 divisions on the circular scale, the diameter of the wire from the above data is. Now in this particular question, do we know that the pitch of the scale is 1 mm and on it we have 100 divisions. So can we say that for 100 divisions on the circular scale, we are getting 1 mm reading, right? And therefore 1 division on circular scale would correspond to 1 by 100 mm of reading. Yes or no? Now once you have understood this, now let us talk about the readings that are given to us. If we talk about the readings, we know that the main scale reading is given as 0 mm. So the only reading that we need to consider while calculating the exact measured value is the circular scale reading. Circular scale reading corresponds to 52 divisions. So 1 division corresponds to 1 by 100 mm. So can we write down that 52 divisions would correspond to 1 by 100 into 52 mm. So can we say that this is equal to 0.52 millimeter? But among the options, all the answers are in centimeter. So we would write down that this in terms of centimeter would be 0.052 millimeter. So this would be the final answer. Now let us match the answer with the options given in the question. So okay, one sec. This is in terms of centimeter, right? Centimeter. So this is the correct answer. Let us match the answer that we have got with the options given in the question. So option 1 becomes wrong, second becomes wrong, third is correct, and fourth is wrong. So the final answer for this particular question becomes option 3, and I hope each and every one of you have understood the question as well as the concept behind this particular question in the solution and the explanation provided to you. Thank you. Okay, so the next question is, if force, acceleration and time are chosen as the fundamental physical quantities, we need to find out the dimensions of energy. Now, from the unit and dimensions section, we know that the dimensions of energy is basically equal to force to the power A, acceleration to the power B, and time to the power C. Now, in this case, we know that force is written as M L T minus 2. Energy is written as M L2 T minus 2. Acceleration is given as L T minus 2. And time is written as T. So all these values are known to us. Now let us put these values in the expression that we have written, and then we would try to match the powers of mass, length and time. So let us do that to calculate the final answer. So energy is what? It is M L2 T minus of 2. It's directly proportional to M L T minus 2 to the power A, L T minus 2 to the power B, and T to the power C. So shall we write down M L2 T minus 2 is directly proportional to M to the power A, L to the power A plus B, and T to the power minus of 2A minus of 2B plus of C. Hence I can write down, what shall I write? I would say that A is equal to 1. In terms of the powers of L, can I say L is having a power of 2 over here, and in the RHS it is A plus B. So A plus B is equal to 2, which gives me, putting the value of A is equal to 1, it gives me B is equal to 1, and the power of T, so this is minus of 2 is equal to minus of 2A minus of 2B plus of C. Put the values of A and B is equal to 1, so what will you get? On putting the values of A and B is equal to 1, you would get minus of 4 on the RHS, take it to the LHS, it would be plus of 4, minus 2 is already present, so C would be equal to 2. So all these are the values. So can we write down that energy is directly proportional to F into A into a what? T square. So this is what you are getting, right? So now let us match the answer that we have got with the options given in the question. So FAT square. So FAT square. No, no, and no. So the final answer for this particular question becomes option 1, and I hope each and every one of you have understood the question as well as the concept behind this particular question in the solution and the explanation provided. Thank you. Okay, so the question says that the number of photons per second on an average emitted by the source of monochromatic light of wavelength is given as 600 nanometer when it delivers the power of 3.3 into 10 to the power minus of 3 watt. will be. So in this particular question, can we say that the power is what? Power is energy per unit time. Yes or no? Now, can I say if we have n number of photons, it would be n times h mu upon time? Yes. Now, power can be written as number of photons per second into hc by lambda. Yes or no? What do we need to find out? We need to find out the number of photons per second on an average. So, shall we write down that n by t is nothing but p into lambda by hc. Clear? Now, once you are able to understand till this point, we are very near to the answer. We just need to substitute the values. So, n by t is equal to, the value of power is given as 3.3 into 10 to the power minus of 3 watt. So, I would write down over here 3.3 into 10 to the power minus of 3. Lambda is given as 600 nanometer, that means 600 into 10 to the power minus of 9. 600 into 10 to the power minus of 9. Okay. What will be the value of h? H is given as 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34. So 6.6 into 10 to the power minus of 34. And the value of c is the speed of light, which is given as 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Okay. Now let us try to calculate the value by cancelling out the common factors. So can we write down that 3.3 can be cancelled with this with a factor of 2. What else? Can I cancel this also with 200 and this with 2, which gives me 100. So on solving, what do I have? I have 10 to the power minus of 3 into 10 to the power minus of 7 whole upon 10 to the power minus of 34 into 10 to the power 8. Yes or no? Now solve this value. You would get this as 7 and 10. 10 to the power minus of 10 whole upon 10 to the power minus of 26. And this would come out to be 10 to the power 16. Yes or no? Now once you got this value, let us match the answer that we have got with the options given in the question. So 10 to the power 16 is the final answer that we have got. So looking at it, option 2 becomes correct and all the other options becomes wrong. So the final answer for this particular question becomes option 2, and I hope each and every one of you have understood the question as well as the concept behind this particular question in the solution and the explanation. Thank you. Okay, so the question says that consider the following statements A and B and identify the correct answer. A Zener diode is connected in reverse bias when used as a voltage regulator. Now remember, Zener diode has a maximum voltage. If the maximum voltage is reached, it will not allow the voltage to increase across it. Hence, Zener diode is always connected in reverse bias whenever we want to regulate a voltage across a particular device of our circuit, right? So this is true. So this is true. Okay, the potential barrier of a PN junction lies between 0.1 volt and 0.3 volt. Yes, this is correct. This is a basic fact that is written in the NCERT. Hence, this statement is also true. So among the options, A and B both are incorrect, false. A is correct, B is incorrect, false. A is incorrect and B is correct, false. And A and B both are correct. Yes, this is the correct answer. Hence, option 4 is the final answer for this particular question. Thank you.